Jason, I can't talk. I can never talk when I'm doing these things. Why can I never talk? Oh, I'm so awkward. Okay. Try again. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jaleesa. Thank you for joining us. So it's been a while since we last spoke. There might have been a video that was uploaded before this one, but in that video I didn't really get to do like an actual sit down and talk or like do a little introduction like I normally do, and I feel like I haven't talked to you guys in a while. So let me just go ahead and explain where I've been before you get mad at me and think I'm inconsistent or whatever. I'm in law school. I had finals to worry about, and basically in law school your final exam is your entire grade. So I really had to like put YouTube on hold, put Instagram on hold, and really focus on what I'm supposed to be in school for. So that's where I've been. But now that I'm out of law school for the summer at least, I do have to get a job. Now that I am out, we can get back to making these videos, and I am back with like a highly requested video from like my Instagram. I think my Instagram is full of like mainly influencers, like they're all influencers over there. But my YouTube has like a little bit of a mix of both, I believe so. So let me know in the comment section if you're an influencer watching this, or if you're not, you're just like a person that enjoys watching YouTube videos and enjoys watching my YouTube videos, because I do want to know. But this is a highly requested video, so maybe stay tuned if you want to see like all the work that I put in to make this happen, all the work that goes behind the scenes of making YouTube videos. And stay tuned if you're an influencer and you want to know where I get these things or how I'm able to set up. And you know, just to let you know, I am living in New York and I live in a shoebox apartment. Like my apartment is tiny, so you're really going to see how I'm able to manipulate my surroundings to really try to produce the videos that I have for you here. So we're going to talk about my camera equipment, or like equipment in general, lighting, backdrops. So stay tuned for the rest of this video. I make all of this happen from my kitchen, and there's so many cables and equipment and gear that I have to make all of this happen. What you're obviously going to need to start your YouTube channel, or just for YouTube in general, you're going to need a camera, and you're going to need like lenses if you're using a DSLR. YouTube of 2005 isn't YouTube of 2018. As much as I want to say that you can start off cheap, start off with what you already have, to keep up with what the bigger YouTubers are doing, you do have to invest in a DSLR. You're going to have to upgrade eventually. So might as well start that way if you really feel passionate that YouTube is what you want to do. And bear in mind that we're not making money anymore. You know, they got rid of that AdSense. So I have all this equipment and I'm not making any money for it. But bear in mind that you're going to have to invest in your craft. Like, it's just that simple. I kind of hate to tell you not to use your iPhone, but I kind of want to tell you not to use your iPhone, because it's going to be harder to bring in an audience and people that actually want to sit through and watch your entire videos. Unless you have like a great personality, a great camera personality, or a personality that you're faking for the camera, I feel like it's going to be even harder for you to progress on just an iPhone. You really need to have the top-notch, like the top-notch stuff that makes people want to stay and watch you. So unless your personality can make people want to stay and watch you, you might need to get a DSLR so people at least feel like, oh, she's giving me something really cool, she's giving me something high quality to watch, you know? Got it. So the camera that I'm using right now is a Canon Rebel T6i. It's a perfect introduction camera. I know a lot of like the big YouTubers use an 80D, and I did think that I want an 80D, but most people say that it's not about the body of the camera, it's about the lenses. So I made sure to invest in a lot of lenses. And honestly, I bought my T6i from Best Buy, so it came in a bundle deal. So for the bundle, I had the camera, I had the body lens, and I had my Rode mic GoPro. I can't tell you the price, but you know, look on Best Buy. But yeah, all of that came in a bundle, and while I was there, I made sure to buy a tripod. Moving on to the lenses, I have 4 different lenses in my possession right now, which the first is the standard kit lens, which I find that I rarely ever use. I'll explain how I do use it the one time that I have used it. I have a Canon lens that is a 50mm 1.4 lens. I have a Canon lens that's also a 10 to 22mm, and I don't remember the f-stop right now, so it'll probably just be across the screen so you can see. And the last lens is a Sigma 30mm 1.4 lens. Now the 30 and the 50, you're just like, they're the same f-stop, so it's like the same depth of field basically, and depth of field means how far the background is from you, like how you can get objects in the background to look blurry compared to how you look. But I'll explain why I got the 30 and the 50, and I'll explain how I use all of these lenses right now. So the standard kit lens, I used to use that in the beginning. Great lens, not great. It's your basic lens, like it's the basic minimum. You find that once you start upgrading, the lenses get better, and then the quality just becomes better. So the only time that I've used the standard kit lens since I've started back using YouTube was the video that I did on my nails. I found that it was able to get the close-up that I wanted, and because with a 30mm and a 50mm, sometimes you have to move a further distance. That's what the 30 to 50. The 30 I can keep a little bit closer to me. The 50 you have to move all the way across the room. And the 10 to 22, it can zoom in and zoom out. But I found that the standard kit was really good for, like, I guess maybe the close-up shot of my nails to capture all the quality still, because the 30 and the 50, even though they do close-ups really well, they're going to try to blur the background, and that's not what I wanted. So standard kit lens was for the nail video that you'll probably see inserted right now. The 30mm is my lens of choice right now at the moment. It's the best lens. So I always heard, like, you buy a 50mm because it gives you like this nice depth of field. The 51.4, it gives you like this nice depth of field, and it just creates like this overall image that people really like. And yes, I do think the 50mm looks good on men, for example, because a lot of the times men do want to look a little bit beefier. But I don't think the 50mm is good if you already have issues with your weight, or if you feel like you already look fat. Like, I feel like I look pretty fat on camera, so the 50mm even widens me out. If I can insert an image so you guys can see the different lenses, it's like an article. The different lenses changes the way that your face actually looks. So if you can see, compared to the 50mm or like a 30mm, you look a little bit more slim in the face. So I prefer to film all the time like on my 30mm because it just makes me look slimmer, or I feel like that's how I actually look in real life. Like the 50mm, I cannot believe that my face is that wide. It's not happening. So I've filmed on the 50mm before in a couple of videos. Maybe I can try to insert that right now, but I just feel like the 50mm really makes me look wide, and I like how the 30mm makes me look. So this is my camera of choice. The 30mm is what we're filming on right now. The 10 to 22 millimeter is what I like to use for my body shots. So usually on the 10 to 22, it's a wide angle lens, which means it captures more of the room, which, I mean, it'll just capture more of my body. I think you could also use your standard kit lens if you don't want to go ahead and use, like, invest in another lens. But the body shots that I use is the 10 to 22. Again, it's going to be a better lens than your standard kit, so it's a little bit better high quality, but you'll still have to change both lens vertical compared to like a horizontal shot. You have to move it vertical, which is a lot of the times that when I have a vertical shot, you'll have like the weird black side ribbing in your video that you don't want. So that's a lot of the time that you have to, like, if you're doing like a body shot, I have to like put 3 different images next to each other, or like try to make it look more cohesive, because it's a body shot. YouTube is meant for horizontal videos, not vertical. That makes sense. The 10 to 22 is like what I like to use for my body, and again, that's going to make you look a little bit slimmer. The 30 millimeter is what I prefer to use on a regular basis. So when I'm talking to you right now, if I'm doing a makeup tutorial or anything like that, the 50 millimeter, it's beautiful. I don't really prefer to use it. I think I would use it more on my boyfriend or anybody that I feel like, you know, you're perfect. So now that we've covered the camera and the 4 lenses, let's move on to discussing the other miscellaneous camera equipment. So I do have the Rode Mic GoPro. I actually broke it yesterday. Like, I broke off a little piece of it. That's why I don't want to really show you what it looked like. But I broke off a piece of it yesterday, and I'm telling you, I hardly did anything. But anyway, I looked it up. This mic is $100. I got it from the Best Buy bundle. I don't think I would invest in this mic again. You'll see like there's a little bit of like white noise, like there's like a hiss to it. You can remove it when you start editing with Final Cut Pro, which is what I mostly do. I remove that noise, but I feel like having to remove it is like decreasing the quality of the actual sound. Having to like remove it, you just want to be able to start without it, technically. I feel like there's a lot of better quality mics in the market, so you might just want to go ahead and invest in a better mic if that's what you want to do. But I'm going to look for another mic to replace this one. I don't think I'm going to buy this one again. I'm going to buy a better one. And then for the Rode Mic GoPro, whatever you call it, I did buy an extension cord so that the mic can be closer to my mouth. You are able to mount the mic onto the DSLR, or you can take it off with an extension cord that I just bought on eBay, hook it up, and then the microphone can be even closer to your mouth, and that can possibly improve quality. Also, I bought an extension cable for my laptop to my camera. The cable that comes with the camera to like connect to your computer is pretty short. Like, it's like 1 foot is like 1 foot, and sometimes you need to be able to move both further away from each other, and I want the laptop closer to me than I want the camera, because the laptop is showing me a bigger image of myself than the actual camera viewfinder. So I bought like an extension cord. I think this one goes up to 7 feet or 10 feet, just so I can be really far away if I need to be. I did buy a cable before it and it broke pretty quickly, so I like that this cable actually has like the little fabric wrapped around it, so that way it kind of protects the cord from breaking. And that other cable that I had, it just really didn't connect. Like, the camera never really recognized it as I wanted it to. So I was just like, what the hell? That I'm not just using battery power. I need something that actually like keeps the camera on the whole time. And that's why I went ahead and bought, like, I don't even know what it's called, but I can't remember what it's called right now. I did buy it on Amazon. So it's like a fake battery. It's like a fake battery for your Canon to make sure that it stays on the whole time. And as you can see, it gives you, when you turn it in, like when you put it into the camera, it asks if you're using a Canon battery. You say no. It asks if you want to continue to use it anyway, because it might not be the best for your camera, and you say yes. And then you have a camera that lasts for hours. The fake battery would be great if you plan on just, you know, shooting videos in your home, because you could just hook it up to an extension cord. Whereas, you know, if you're out, if you're traveling, maybe you do want to go ahead and pick up a second battery so that when one battery dies and you're outside, you have a second battery. Let's move on to the lighting. Right now I have, I guess, a 3-point system of lighting. I have my Diva ring and I have 2 soft boxes. Diva ring was like a Christmas present from my boyfriend. The 2 soft boxes I bought on eBay for, not eBay, Amazon, $80. Like I always recommend this. These are the Limo Studio soft boxes. Pretty easy to set up, and right now in this shot you can see my boyfriend setting it up for us. And they're very simple, they're very cheap, and they add a whole lot of light for a beginner. So I would say that, like, yes, the Diva ring adds like an extra punch of light, but for a little bit I was making YouTube videos just using the 2 soft boxes, and I was very happy with my results, and I thought, oh yeah, I finally got some quality going on, you know. And then it was only because he tricked me. He wanted to buy me this Diva ring, so he was just like, nah, you don't need the Diva ring, you don't need it. Turns out he was trying to buy it for me, so he was telling me not to buy it so that he can buy it for me. So the soft boxes are going to provide you a good amount of light. They light up the side of my face, the Diva ring lights up the front of my face, and I like having this little 3-point system. When I'm not in my kitchen with this whole big setup, I use my Diva ring only. I don't bother to put up the softbox lights. But you'll see how the setup is in my bedroom versus the setup in my kitchen.
So here we are in my bedroom. This is my closet and my closet doors, and I put a chair in the front. And then I tape a piece of fabric across my closet doors. As you can see here, it's like taped at the sides, just along the edges of the fabric. Then I'm just showing you what it looks like behind the camera, or in front of the camera actually. This is my Diva ring, my camera, my tripod, my laptop, a mirror. And here's what it looks like on camera.
So as you can see, I'm working from my kitchen, and it's not the biggest room in the house, but it's the room with the most space that I can manipulate and take things out and put things back. And I made sure to like measure from wall to wall of my kitchen to see which kind of backdrop that I needed to get, like what size. The backdrop stand I did get on Amazon is from the company E-Mart. Again, linked in the bio. It's a pretty simple, and it came with a sandbag, but it doesn't come with the actual sand to put it in. So my bootleg ass puts in like things that I have around the house, like oil or dish cleaning supplies, anything that's heavy, I put that in the sandbag to really secure the tripod stand, because the backdrops can be pretty heavy. Like, it's a heavy roll of paper. The backdrop stand also came with little clippers to hold the backdrop in place. Next, I get the backdrops from Savage Universal. This is how it comes from B&H Photo and Video, or Photo and Camera, whatever the name of the store is. I think they are in New York, but I go ahead and order all my backdrops online because I'm just not gonna go ahead and travel with the backdrops on the train. Like, it's just not gonna happen. They come in this big box you see here. Right now, the color that I have in here is pink. Let me just lift it out for you. This is my pink one. This is my pink one. My yellow one's up. My yellow is probably my favorite. Comes with a lot of paper. I'm using the 27 by 53. That's as much space as I have in my room. I believe it's 27 by 53. Again, any corrections, maybe over the video or in the bio, in the description. When I'm shooting in my bedroom, I don't recommend actually using the paper for my setup. You'll see I have no space in my room, 0 space. So I actually prefer to stretch a fabric along my closet doors, and that's how I give you the backdrop that you'll see there. So I actually prefer stretchy fabric because that's easier to stretch and tighten in place. The firmer the fabric, the harder it will be for you to like really manipulate it, and then it'll have like crinkles and stuff. When you have stretchy fabric, it's less likely to like wrinkle and crinkle. I get my fabric from the fabric store. You'll see in this shot what I mean. Like, the purple paper, the purple backdrop fabric that I have there right now, it does have a little bit of stretch, not as much stretch as I would like, but that was the color that I really needed to do the effect that I wanted. Lastly, let's talk about the little knickknacks that I have lying around the video. Stuff like, okay, stuff like this vase that you guys see, this vase and this sunflowers, whatever. This actually isn't my own doing. This is something from my living room. This is my mother's vase and her flower arrangement that she set up. And she got these flowers, from Pier 1 Imports. And, you know, just from like home stores. You can get them Marshalls, stores like that. The movie stand I actually did get from Dolls Kill as well. I got that during Christmas time because they were selling it during Christmas. But you can always get them on Amazon and eBay. I'll try to find what size this one is. Neon signs that I use are also from Amazon. I actually had to buy my love sign twice because the first one, the batteries that I had in my first love sign, they were bad batteries. So it like exploded. Like it exploded. That scared the hell out of me. It exploded in my room. So now the little box for the batteries is ruined. So I had to buy another one from a different seller. So you can find it from different sellers. I just bought whichever is the cheapest one. So here's the love sign. It comes with a USB, so you can plug it into like your laptop, or you can plug it into one of those outlets that come with like a USB port. And it comes with batteries, and it takes AA batteries. So it takes 3 AA batteries to light this one up. The heart neon sign I also got from Amazon, linked below. One turns bright pink. You would have seen it with my pink setup. And this one is just like it's just battery operated. This one doesn't come with like a USB. The pink skull, my Scully again on Amazon, linked below. I love her. I love him. I think he's Mr. Scully. So it's a him. It's a him. My Scully. I just love skulls. I just have this thing with skulls. And then I also have this little pink cubby that I keep right in front of me. And what I like to do is place my laptop on it so I can see what I'm doing. But I also place like makeup and anything that I need to be able to grab and fix myself. My highlights, my cheek, like I'll keep a lot of makeup just nearby if I feel like I need to touch up while I'm making the video. So that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I mean, I'm just trying to show you how to make the most of your environment. Not all of us have a lot of space. We don't live in like smaller towns where you get a whole lot of space, or like Georgia where you have like a crazy amount of space compared to like New York where you're living in a shoebox. So give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Any questions, you know, leave it down in the comment section. Happy to answer them. Let me know if you're an influencer in the comment section. I really want to know, well, who my audience is, what my audience does. Are you guys just influencers, or are you students, or are you just workers, you just enjoy watching YouTube? I want to know who you are in the comment section. Let me know down below. Give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. There's a lot of beginner equipment in here, but hopefully I'll get to upgrade and improve as I go. And I just want to encourage you guys to actually do the improvements, because you're more likely to get the results that you want and the subscribers you want when you actually put time and invest in your craft. Okay, so bye. Thank you for watching. I have to go. I'm rushing now. Talk to you guys later.